Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell from the title, this is going to be my top, 21 favorite horror movies. And this is in my collection. There might be more that I do enjoy, but these are the ones that I feel like I can watch at any time. So it was really hard because there was a lot of them that I wanted to put on the list, but these are the ones that I feel like I said, that I can watch whenever. So I'm gonna go from least to greatest. There might be ones that I was kind of on the fence about, but yeah, so I'll just start from 21 up to my favorite. So number 21 is the original Wrong Turn. I really enjoy watching this movie because it gives you that sense of adventure, and it makes you scared because you don't know where the, I guess you could call them mutated humans, due to, I think it's inbreeding. But yeah, I think this one is really fun, and I don't enjoy any of the other Wrong Turn movies. I just think that they went a little bit too far on some of them. But yeah, this one I do enjoy. That's number 21. So next, which I will probably get a lot of hate for because I don't have any of the other ones, but I really enjoy Freddy vs. Jason. I think this one is super fun. I am not a big fan of Jason, but this one is just because I like Freddy. I mean, he's not my favorite, but I really like Freddy vs. Jason. I think this one is super fun, and the kills are inventive. So that was number 20. All right, we're number 19 is Black Christmas the remake. I watched the original, and I wasn't a big fan of the original, but I do like this one, and I don't know, you can watch it at Christmas, you can watch it anytime. I mean, it's just a fun movie, and it has a good cast, and I really like watching this one a lot. Okay, what number are we on? 18? Is it 18? And the next one is, I am a huge fan of this movie. I don't know why. I really enjoy watching it. I mean, I love all of these movies for different reasons, but I really enjoy House of Wax. I think it's fun. You know, it does have Paris Hilton in it, but she doesn't have a huge role. She doesn't do that bad. I mean, she's not horrible in it, but I really, really, really enjoy this movie, and it's a good time. Okay. The next one is Drag Me to Hell. I really love this slipcase, by the way. But yeah, I really enjoy this movie. It reminds me of, I think it's Ghost House. I did a review on it, and I'll put it up in the iCard somewhere. Oh, what's this? Anyways, but this one's super fun. I really love it because, there goes my again. Alison Lohman, I think that's how you say her name. She does an amazing job because she, I have a review ready for this, but I just haven't gotten a chance to do that. Some other ones have come up, but she does a really amazing job because she's super nice in the beginning, and then she has to flip to survival mode. So that one's a really good movie. And next we have Jeepers Creepers. My family loves to watch Jeepers Creepers, and I'm talking about the first one. The second one's really good as well, but I think we lean more towards the first one. So this one's, I mean, it scares me because he's just always there, and he's chasing you down, and he sniffs you out, and then he kills you if he likes the way you smell. So yeah, there's that one. And they do have I think a Scream Factory for this, but I don't think I'll pick that one up. Because I did get the craft one up here, and I really enjoy the cover art for that, and that's one of my favorite movies. So yeah, there's that one. And the next one is the very first Urban Legend. Ooh. The very first Urban Legend. I really love the cast of this, and Jared Leto is in it, and he's in one of my favorite bands, 30 Seconds to Mars. And this one is just fun. Like, everybody's scared of urban legends, and to actually come true like in a movie, this one is super fun. And it's surprising who the killer turns out to be. So yeah, there's that one. Now the next one is, this might not be a common opinion, but I love this movie. My kids love this movie, and I don't have a problem with them watching it. So, and that is Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And look at that, the cover art. I think that is really cool, and it even has it on the disc. And when I bought it, it came with this pop art on the front, so I just cut it out and put it on the inside. But we really enjoy this movie. It's cheesy, but it's fun. You know, clowns are super scary, and these ones in here are super scary. So the next one is When a Stranger Calls, and I think this one's a remake as well. Is this a remake? I'm pretty sure it is. But Camille Bell, she does an amazing job. This one scares me, even though it's not scary. I mean, there's a spoiler, but I'm pretty sure everybody's seen this movie. There's a part where he's up in the rafters of the bedroom, and he's just staring down at her, and that freaks me out. Like, it's not knowing where he is and all of these things. That's what scares me most in horror movies, is not being able to see the killer and having all this stuff happening and you don't know where they are. So this one is a really good movie, and I highly recommend this one. Now the next one is The Descent and The Descent 2. I really like the first one. The second one's good too, but I didn't add that. I'm not adding sequels to the list. So The Descent is, I think it's an Australian movie. If it's not, I'll put it where it's from, but I think it's Australian. But I've heard that the second one is super hard to find, because I never see it at any, you know, used store or anything like that. So when I saw this one, it has the 4-pack, and I really like that they're individually placed in there. So it's got, each one has its own little special. They're not stacked, because I hate that. But The Descent is super scary because they're in this dark cave and everybody starts dying, and it's a scary movie, and it's really good. So the next one, which is one that scares the crap out of me just by the sounds, is The Blair Witch Project. Not the remake or sequel or whatever it is. It's the original. So the original, when I first watched this, I watched it on VHS. What are you doing? VHS, and it literally like scared the crap out of me. I was watching it by myself. I was like, oh, this isn't gonna be a scary movie, you know, it's just a found footage movie. And I think this was the very first found footage movie that came out. Correct me if I'm wrong, leave it in the comments below. But like it says back here, scary as hell, which is really pretty much sums it up. It is very chilling. It has that sense where it gives you like that terror in your chest, and I really enjoy this because these sounds, you can hear these sounds and you don't know where they're coming from. So yeah, Blair Witch. And a lot of people might not like this movie, but I actually enjoy this movie. I think it's a lot of fun. I love the cast, and of course it's by Wes Craven, so you gotta love it, which is My Soul to Take. It has an interesting twist, and I love the fact that there's a backstory. I love the fact that they were all born on the same day, and that's why they're connected in some type of weird way. But I just think it's a really fun movie. At times it might seem cheesy, but I really enjoy this movie. And the next one is, I never hear anybody talk about this movie, and I think it's super fun. I love, of course, Jessica Alba. I love anything that she's in. So this one is up there with my favorites. You've seen this movie, right? Yeah. Yeah, I just love this movie. It's Idle Hands with Devon Sawa. Is that how you say his name? Sawa? That's how I've said it since I was a teenager. And it's got Seth Green and Jessica Alba. And this movie is like a horror comedy. And I mean, it's scary. It's got its scary parts, but it's also funny. And like it says here on the back, a sick and twisted laugh. And hilarious. It's even funnier than it is scary. It's got, you know, actually I want to watch this one now. But it's just fun. I really enjoy this movie. I haven't watched it for a long time, but it's an unforgettable movie. Now the next one, I recently just watched this one. I didn't know that the mailman broke it. Oh, it's broken like it's shipped. I got this off of Amazon because I couldn't find it in any store. It's on Netflix, but I wanted to have my own copy. And it's The Autopsy of Jane Doe. This movie is amazing. Like, I had it on my list for the longest time to watch. And I was like, oh, I'll watch it later, I'll watch it later, I'll watch it later. And then finally, I think I watched it by myself first. And then I got my kids to watch it. And, you know, there's nudity in it. So that was kind of hard for them to watch because I'm like, cover your eyes, cover your eyes. But it's only nudity because of the corpse. It's not nudity for in like a sexual situation. But this movie, like I said, it's amazing. I absolutely love it. It comes with the Blu-ray and the DVD, and I think it was only like $9. But I just noticed that when the mailman brought it, it's chipped. So that kind of irks me. But I can always change that out. But yeah, Autopsy of Jane Doe, really fun, really scary, and I enjoy this one. And it's got Emile Hirsch, is that who's? Yes, Emile Hirsch. And I really like him as well. So the next one, I'm pretty sure everybody's heard about this movie. And it's got Liv Tyler and Scott Speedman, and it is The Strangers. This movie freaks me out. Like, seriously. This movie, because you don't know where, that's what I'm saying. If you don't know where the people are, and it's not just jump scares, it's that actual terror that somebody's gonna get in your house, or they're getting in your house, and you don't know it, but you can, you know, obviously from the outside looking in, you can see what's happening, and it's terrifying. And I really, really enjoy this movie. The second one, it was okay, but this one is one of the better ones. Now, the next one is, like I said, I didn't include any sequels in here. So it's just the main franchise if it is a franchise. So the next one is Insidious. This one is one of my favorites. That's why it's on my list. It is scary. Like, it scared me. My sister-in-law, she kind of turned me onto it when it first came out. I think it was on Netflix. And I mean, I watched it with her, and it was scary. Like, it literally scared me because of, you know, it does have the jump scares, and it does have the boy, he's in like a coma or something like that. And, you know, and I love how it has a backstory. I mean, that's one of my favorite things in movies. So, yeah, Insidious. And this is by James Wan, I think. Yes. The famous James Wan. He's one of my favorite directors. Now, next is Annabelle. A lot of people don't like Annabelle. They say it's not scary, and a lot of people do like it. But I feel like that... I'm just trying to see when this came out. Yeah. I just feel like this one's a really good movie, and it's also by James Wan. Like I said, I love his directing. I love how he can take that fear that you feel inside and just throw it all over you. And this is basically based on the cases of Ed and Lorraine Warren. But Annabelle is not directly like where they're in it, but it's on the Annabelle doll. So yeah, this one, I watched this one with my friends when they came over, and it was super fun. Now the next one, I'm sure you can probably guess what came before Annabelle, and that is The Conjuring, and this one also is directed by James Wan. He is like a mastermind in scaring the crap out of you. But this one is also very scary, and I love this movie. I don't know, I just think it's... Colin, you're gonna knock my tripod off. I just think it's super fun, and I love this movie. Now, the next one is, if you watched my previous video when I talked to you about Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer, when me and my sister used to fight over which one was better. I Know What You Did Last Summer. This one brings back so many memories when I was a child. Not a child, but like a teenager. That's the main one it brings me back to, is when me and my sister used to fight over which one was better. But this one, this is my favorite cast right here. I think they all mesh so well. And Ryan Phillippe is Ryan Phillippe. And Jennifer Love Hewitt, she was my favorite actress in my teens. Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr. My husband loves Freddie Prinze Jr. He loves every movie that he's in. Almost. There's one that he does not like, and it's... What was it called? Serenade? Was it New York Serenade? Let me look. Is it this one? Yeah. New York Serenade. He wasn't a really big fan of that one, but other than that, like, this is an amazing movie. It's iconic, and it's classic in its own right. Now, I'm sure you can guess what's next because I just said it. Scream. So this is number 2 on my list, and all of the actors in this movie, they mesh so well as well. And this is written by what's his name? Kevin Williamson. Yeah. And I told you the story about in my last video, the fun fact between the two. And if you want to check that out, I'll put it up here. I'll link every review that I've done about these movies that I've talked about up in the iCard, so you can check those out. I've done a couple of them, I'm pretty sure. Oh, sorry. But this is one of my favorite horror movies and my favorite horror movie franchise. So I really enjoy this movie. And like I said, when I rated, and I'll leave that up here in the iCard, I rated all the Scream movies. This is my first favorite, followed by Scream 4, which a lot of people probably won't like. And last but not least, leave down in the comments what you think my number 1 is. It's kind of obvious because I have mentioned it before if you've paid attention, but it is Halloween, the original. The original Halloween is my favorite horror movie as of right now. John Carpenter is a genius for this movie, and they did it on such a small budget, and it exploded into this whole new franchise. You know, some of the sequels aren't good, and I'll link the video for my rankings for the Halloween movies up there, but this one is just a classic. It's probably the most well-known horror movie out there. Like, if you think horror, I'm pretty sure everybody thinks of Michael Myers first, or Jason or whatever, but this is the first one that comes to mind when I think of slasher or horror. And that is why it's number 1. Jamie Lee Curtis, she does an amazing job, and if I heard correctly, there will be a sequel to the new Halloween. So look forward to that one as well. So that is it for my top 21 favorite horror movies. If you guys have not yet subscribed, make sure you do that by clicking up here. Also, I'll set up a playlist down here so you can check that out. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!